During the speech to commemorate the anniversary of the preliminary Emancipation Proclamation, Dr. King stated that faith is taking the first step even when you can't see the whole staircase. Faith is something that's universal and something we all own. I'm a woman of faith myself, and I'd like to share a story with you all about a woman of faith. We can all benefit from the kind of faith the girl in this story exudes. The story is from the Children in Houses Tales, Brothers Grimm, tale number 31, The Girl Without Hands. Mr. Miller has nothing more than his mill and a large apple tree which stood behind it. He went into the forest to gather wood. There he was approached by an old man who offered him wealth for that which stood behind his mill. The miller thought, it's just an apple tree, and agreed. When he came home, his wife asked him, husband, where did all this wealth come from? He replied, I received it from some old man that offered me wealth for that which stood behind the mill. Husband, she said, horrified, that which stood behind the mill at the time was our daughter. 3 years later, the devil, who was an old man, came back to claim that which stood behind the mill, which was their daughter. He couldn't claim her because she had cried so much, she had washed herself totally clean. The miller, afraid of the devil, took the wash bowls and washcloths so that she couldn't do that no more. The next day the devil came back. He still couldn't claim her because she had cried again. Her tears washed her clean. Devil couldn't take her. On the third day, the devil came back. When he couldn't take her, he ordered her father to chop her hands off. Reason being, she would not be able to wash herself clean. Father, frightened of the devil, did exactly that. Father went to the daughter and let her know, I'm sorry, daughter, but this is what I need to do to keep the devil from coming back and taking me. The daughter reached her hands out, let the father chop him off. When the devil came back to get her for the last time, he no longer had any gain on her because she had been washed clean and let go of him. Mr. Miller promised to take care of his daughter for the rest of her life, seeing all she had been through. The daughter told him, no, I must leave here. I am going to go where compassionate people will give me everything I need to survive. I will set off into the world. She had her chopped off hands tied behind her back and did just that, set off into the world. She lived for a couple of days on her own, but eventually stumbled upon a fruit tree which lied in the kingdom. Meanwhile, the king's watchmen saw her and threw her in prison. The king ordered her out of prison. She'd be better to take care of chickens. You know, she didn't have hands. She ended up taking care of the chickens and staying around the kingdom where she caught the prince's eye, or the king's eye. They eventually fell in love, had a baby, and lived happily ever after. The Girl Without Hands is a story of a girl taking her first step even when she couldn't see the whole staircase. Faith is one constant that's always there, especially in the worst circumstances or when we're at our lowest. The first place we turn to on this earth is our faith. And in closing, I'd like to ask you a simple question that will hopefully provoke some thought. When is the last time you stepped out on faith? I'm sure you're not sure, but I can tell you, if you said, oh my God, Jesus Christ, Lord help me, take the wheel, you have taken the first step of faith even without seeing the whole staircase.